So hello and welcome back to the channel. So today is sewing day. Now, very long time since I picked up a needle and thread, but you know, you've got to try these things. So essentially, we're going to be trying a AliExpress product to see whether or not it's any good. So let's get to it. So in terms of my current setup, I currently have the Mark II 8J steering wheel with the rewired airbag to fit the Mark 1 essentially. So the horn works. Don't know if the airbag works because, well, I don't really want to check to see if it works, but you know, I've got no airbag light, so that's good. So what we're going to do today is this trim here. I bought something from AliExpress. I'll put the link in the description for it. So get this steering wheel taken off and then we'll see if we can regain those sewing skills. So in terms of taking it off, Torx 25, it's basically exactly the same as the Mark 1. You've got one at the top, one at the bottom. Get those taken off and then you'll be able to take the horn off. Correction, Torx 27. I get that turned around. Yeah, it says T27 to take the bolts out. Anyway, let's crack on. So that is airbag out, 2 bolts disconnected, and this should just come off. And there we have it, steering wheel off. Now time to do something I've not done in a little while. We'll go indoors and take that trim off and see if we can start sewing. Now the great thing about these Mark II steering wheels is all this just pops off. So I'll pop that off in a second. So what have I actually got that's going on here? So this is suede. Oh, very soft, and leather. It was very difficult for me to find because I wanted grey stitch to try and go with the colour scheme I'm going for in the car. So in terms of cost, I will let you know at the end of the video how much it costs. So for now, have a guess in the comments how much this actual leather, actual suede steering cover cost. Now the question is it going to be a good fit? So just get this trim off and then we'll do a test fit. Now again, as I say, this just pops off. It's got 2 pins here. Now you've got to be careful when you take these off because I broke one of mine, but they're very flimsy on the bottom. But literally, lift, as you can see, it's coming up. And then rotate that round. Yes, this side has been held on by. Yeah, I can't do that one-handed. 1 second. And that is it removed. So yeah, just a couple of clips. Nothing too heavy, but it doesn't really need to be. And there's that broken clip I mentioned. So I've only got one holding it in on the bottom. I do have a separate plan for these bits that I did previously color code like that. But as you can see, I have started picking it off. But we'll move that to one side. So now we have the steering wheel ready. Now, some people, when you watch videos, do these with it still in the car. So we'll have a look at what's come with the kit. So it comes with a pick tool essentially, but I'm guessing that's more of a push tool in this situation. 2 reels of cotton, 2 needles, and a pretty comprehensive set of instructions. Now as you can see there, these ones have been done with the steering wheel in the car. A video I watched recently, I did ask him whether or not it would be easier for it to be done out the car, because to be fair, they're quite easy to take out. So for the money, that's not too bad. So we'll test fit this now onto here. We'll see how we go. Now inevitably this is snug, but of course I suppose it should be, shouldn't it really? Because obviously this is my DSG steering wheel. There is a spot there for the paddle section. Now I've just realized that I'm going to be best taking the paddles out as well, so I can get a nice fit behind that, because trying to just tuck it isn't, it's not going to do a good job. So to get these out, where is it? There it is, just under there. So we'll get the Torx bit for that, and then we'll get the paddles taken out on both sides. So the instruction said to start on the inside, so I did. So the suede section there was alright with alternatives. As you can see, there's no gaps. But then down here, I tried to do them tighter because the leather doesn't seem to be getting as close as the suede did. But I will carry on It tells me, what does it say about this section here? Nope, back one. Pull the thread to the middle plate support at as the same. Sew more stitches. Interesting. So I've got to go round the back of here somehow, but I'm not sure how that goes around the back. My guess is it would be around the front because the diagram is for a circular steering wheel, a Volkswagen one at that, to be fair. We'll look at the back here, tucks, rolls. So yeah, I'll have another read of this and then see how I jump from there to over here. So we are getting through it. For people who say that sewing is easy, wow, and people are impressive. So we're just going over and under. I've had to put a new piece on. Let's turn it over, see what I'm doing. That would help, wouldn't it? There we go. On there. Now, the first one I've done, it's not the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my life, but now I've got a rough idea. It now means I might even redo that bit, but I'm not sure yet. So we've got this section here through, and it's literally a case of find the loop, pull it tight, make it flat. Now the thing that's puzzling me is why this suede is so much easier to deal with than the leather part of it, but we'll see. And again, it just keeps catching on everything. It's not my friend this today. Next one. Once again. Through the loop. Make sure it's not catching. So you get, if I can show you that somehow. Where is it? There it is. So you get the general idea. So I'm going to carry on with that, and I'll come back to you when I've finished this section. So after finishing the steering wheel, so now these I did paint, as you can see, Audi silver, but I'm now putting some material on them. So the material is a very light suede, which will match the horn, which is already done. So yeah, carry on cutting the top sections there, the two holding points, they're stopping that going straight through. So I'm going to cut some slits in here and here, just so they can just pop through fine, and maybe get some holding tabs here and here. So in terms of the sticky tab stuff for the steering wheel cover, so utilising that, so put some of that on there. I've cut out a template for this one, so I've already done one side, which fits great. This is a lot easier than doing the actual steering surround. So if I place that there, wrong way around, that way, oh, still wrong way, there we go, there, that makes more sense. So when I lift these bits to hold there, it means I can cut that out. So crack on with that. So both of those are now on. I'm quite impressed with that for a first attempt. So the last one is that one. So on the 8J steering wheel, it goes in that hole. So for 8J you can sometimes get the S-line badge that goes in there. So obviously I went with the blank ones. And again, like the other two, I previously painted it to match the car interior, so I picked at it. So now, that I'm quite happy with. So we'll cut this out, get that one fitted in its hole, and then we'll put it all together. So I started this job at 1:30 this afternoon. It is now 8:30. No, I'm lying. It's 9:20. So is it worth the effort? Yeah. What did I pay for the steering surround? It's suede, actual suede and leather, AliExpress. Because I was a first time buyer, it cost me £7.50 free delivery. In terms of stitching, well, would I do better next time? Yeah, I think I would. I also bought some light grey suede, which was £22. Again, I'll put the link in the description for that. So in total, I spent £30 for my steering wheel change and some other bits and pieces. I already had some glue, but we'll take a look at it. So as you can see, there's your black suede. There's my first attempt at stitching. Now, I learned when I got to the top quite well how to do it. There is this suede on the inserts, so we take a step back. So all in all, I'm quite happy with that. But as I say, could I do better? I think now I've had experience of it and looking at actions there, that's glue that's come through. This bit here, there's a little lip that's around there, so I'll be able to tuck that in and trim it up a little bit. But the general idea, the general gist of it, I'm really happy with it. What does it cost normally? So the horn cover normally costs you, I've done like a load of research on this, so £185 was the only place I could find an 8J horn cover with suede material with stitching, you know, the pretty stuff. The steering wheel surround, I had a price for £300. Again, that was an eBay person. I've not found anybody else who you can send your steering wheel to have that done. So for the cost of £30 and 7 hours of time, I mean obviously there's breaks in between, all in all, I think that's going to look alright in the car. So another little attempt at a mod for myself, but otherwise hope you enjoyed the video and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.